Hey Cancer, how are you? Welcome back if you've been here before. If you haven't, then welcome. Happy November, guys. I'm sorry that these messages are a few days late. The reason being, the spiritual parlour store got very, very busy for me and I had to focus on getting the orders out. So I hope you can forgive me for being a few days late. In terms of astrology for you guys, there's not really much to report. It's all quiet for you guys. I mean, November, there's no real transits happening under Cancer. The only big thing, we end the year with a full moon in Cancer, so that will be ideal for you. You will step into your personal power probably, I think it's around the 22nd or 23rd, depending on where you are in the world, of December, and it will be a full moon in your sun sign, so that will be great. So keep posted. When I do December readings, you can see what's coming up for you, because I'll do 2 readings for Cancer in December. Just to say, guys, as well, I'm still also taking the pre-orders for the 2019 personal astrology ebooks. They're not computer generated reports, they're all interpreted by me, an astrologer. So you'll know, what's happening with your ruling planet, when the full and new moon dates are, how it will impact on you personally based on your own personal birth chart and your date of birth and your location and all that kind of stuff. It's all very personalized. So they're up for pre-order up until Christmas Eve. You can grab one for $29, which is about 25 euros or 23 pounds. After Christmas Eve, if you order them, in 2019, they will go back up to about $49. So the links are below if you're interested. All the details you need to know, personal readings, everything's below. So let's get into it. Let's see what Cancer needs to know for the month of November. Let's see what's surrounding Cancer. Okay, so I want to call in the energy surrounding Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Wow, that's just way too many. Way too many messages. What does Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising need to know? If there's a message for Cancer, please let it be known. Okay, balance. 6 of Pentacles has just fallen out for you, so we'll see if that comes out again. First card. Okay, and the Knight of Swords. So if there's any kind of mental conflict, particularly with the Knight of Swords, this could be mentally, if you've had any mental conflict, because that's what the Knight of Swords often brings, some kind of conflict or quick action. Could be that there's some balance around that. This is also linked to all the air signs, so Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra. Some of you could be dealing with one of those sun signs. First card will be Cancer's theme or issue. What we got here? Okay, we've got 2 of Swords and Page of Pentacles. So, new opportunity surrounding a crossroads or decision making. Making a decision that could lead you to a new opportunity or a new offering. Could be around work, being with the Page of Pentacles, the creativity. Could be around a project. Could be even a fire sign person. Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. Okay, third card will be the recent past for Cancer. Fourth card will be Cancer's present. Fifth card will be what we got here. Judgment, second chances, or evaluation, learning. Okay, fifth card will be Cancer's advice, and the sixth card will be a potential outcome. Okay, general messages for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What does Cancer need to know? Okay, that's way too many. Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Way too many. Your cards are jumping everywhere, Cancer. Okay, it's nice and shuffled. Let's get your main message. I feel really pulled here. I don't need to go here or here. I feel like there's a message here. So we're going to read here. Bottom of the deck energy. We've got the 10 of Wands. Okay, the feeling of burden. Doing everything on your own. One-sided. 10 is the number of completion. In this particular suit, it is about feeling, on doing everything or trying to complete everything on your own or holding on to some kind of burden. Let's see. Got Judgment, Empress, 6 of Swords, 8 of Swords, Death card, Knight of Swords, King of Swords is back. Okay, so somebody definitely could be dealing with an air sign or at least feeling a lot of mental energy. You've got a lot of swords energy here. And you've got a lot of major arcana as well, so there's a lot of lesson learning, a lot of energy going on. Let's take a closer look at this. First thing I feel pushed to say, Cancer, I feel as though if you've walked away from something, it feels like some of you might have walked away from something, and it could even be love, or it could be a Libra. If it's not a Libra with the Empress and Justice here, it could, like I said, be a general air sign, Gemini or an Aquarius or a Libra, or it could be neither of these signs, but somebody who certainly has a lot of maybe air in their birth chart, or has a lot of air sign characteristics. So air sign characteristics are quite intelligent people, and people who are quite good with, sharp with their mind. You know, they're people that are normally quite sociable, bubbly, intelligent, that kind of energy. So, okay, the Empress. It feels as though with love, or it could even be a business opportunity, because the Empress does represent business as well. Love or business. There's been something that you've walked away from. Could be that air sign, could be that Libra, could be that business opportunity, or something you've had to depart from. It looks as though there's been some movement from harsher waters, I'm being pushed to say, to calmer waters as I'm looking at the Six of Swords. But whatever you've moved away from, there's going to be some kind of justice. And it feels as though this movement that you're making, or that you're about to make, or that you have made, depending on when you watch it, what the tense is going to be for the greater good of you, with the Justice here. When Justice comes up for me personally, and she's not in reverse, it indicates a fair outcome. A fair outcome for all, particularly the person who's querying, and also does represent Libra again. I'm getting a lot of Libra energy, so I don't know, somebody maybe is dealing with a Libra. But in the recent past, there's been a journey, movement. You've moved away, or you want to move away from this business opportunity, this person, this love situation, whatever this Empress represents for you. If you have moved away, I feel as though if you're feeling any kind of restriction at the moment, then you shouldn't really worry. That's the advice, because it shows you here in the present feeling maybe a little bit restricted with the Eight of Swords, and it could be mentally, because it's that sword Sue, you know, that mental energy. So if there is some kind of restriction that you're feeling, don't worry, because I'm being pushed to say it's all part of the process. I don't know if that would mean anything to anybody, but it's come to me to put it that way. It's all part of the process, because there's going to be some kind of death or rebirth around whatever this was in the recent past that you've made a journey with, or that you've had to move away from, or that you're thinking of moving away from. Now, the energy of death, this is your advice card. It's, you know, people freak out when they see it, and I always say that about this card, and I always say, I love this card. This is one of my favourite tarot cards, to be honest. The death energy, I do love it, because it is about death and rebirth. And we are in Scorpio season, and this is the card for Scorpio. But Scorpio season, you know, that is what Scorpio season brings, death and rebirth, because that is what they rule over. That is their area, that is their territory. So I feel as though with this Empress, this business deal, this Libra sign person, or this person that you could have been in love with, or the situation, person, place, or thing that certainly you had a lot of love for with the Empress, or that made you feel good, there is a fair outcome from the walking away, you know. And your advice is the death and rebirth. There'll be a rebirth. And I feel very much as though whatever comes or follows from this transformative energy that's surrounding you, from this journey that you're making, again, it's going to lead you to a good place, because you've got the King of Swords. This particular king upholds law and order. So it's a very similar energy as Justice, you know, but in a court card version. This is like the major arcana, the life lesson. This is like the day-to-day energy. And your outcome could be fairness, order, things in your favour, you know. Whatever this in the recent past is that you're taking this journey away from. It could be a job, it could be a person, it could be a situation, place, or thing. However it resonates with you, Cancer, you take it. But I can see, and I feel as though there has been a decision, or there will be for some of you, to make a journey, you know, to travel away from whatever it is. It could be physical travel as well for some of you with the Six of Swords. But I'm getting more the feeling with all this Swords energy, this is more like a mental thing. but this is more a situation that you're in and it's in your mind that maybe you need to move away, or this person's move away from you. The energies can work either way, but whatever it represents here, this movement will end up with a very, very fair outcome, and it will be through some kind of rebirth. So I feel as though I'm being pushed to say, if there is, you know, if you're feeling that burden, or you have felt that burden with your underlying energy, and it shows a lot here with all with the swords, you know, the mental stress, or even any kind of restriction, which you've got here in the present, there's going to be a new flow of energy, and it will end up in a positive way. Or when I say positive, I mean, with the King of Swords here, I'm feeling very like a fair outcome. So whatever it is that is for the greater good of you, whether it be this thing falls away and there's a complete transformation and you're no longer with this situation, person, place or thing, whatever it is up here that you're moving away from, eventually it will be because it needed to happen. You know, it needed to happen. It's all part of the process, is what keeps coming to me. So if you're going through that kind of transformative energy, I feel, Cancer, that you should rest assured that it's part of it. It's what the universe has in store for you, in other words. And it's not, this process I don't feel is happening because you've done something wrong, or because, you know, you're being punished or anything like that. I feel as though it's time for transformation, especially with the Death card here in your advice position. You know, it's time for that transformation in whatever shape or form it resonates with you, Cancer. It's time for that transformation, whatever this journey is in the past that you've decided to take, physical, mental, emotional, whatever it is, that journey that you're going on, it's part of that transformation. I'm going to clarify some of this anyway, especially this energy here in the present with the restriction, because obviously the past will lead us to the present. So this journey that we're taking, and we've got some restriction here. What does Cancer need to know in the present? 8 of Swords. We've got 2 flip here. Wheel of Fortune and you. And the Victory card at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so your clarifier cards. I'll take all the messages here that have fallen out. So, Wheel of Fortune. I can see the restriction here in the present. As I said, it could be mental restriction for some of you, or some kind of restriction around you surrounding this journey, okay? This 6 of Swords moving away. The Wheel of Fortune is a change of fortune. It can always go either way. You know, it can go good or it can go bad, depending on the cards that fall out with it. I honestly don't feel as though this is going to be misfortune. I feel as though this is going to be better for you, as I said, with the King of Swords here as the outcome, the law, the order, the fairness, and the justice as well, like the higher vibration of the King. So there will be a change of fortune, okay, following this restriction. And there's you, the Chariot. This is the tarot card that represents you. It's Cancer, but it's also the energy of being strong and determined and about getting through the challenge of getting through whatever's going on at whatever cost. In most decks, it shows this person on their chariot, and the horses or the animals in this deck, looks like 2 lions, but sometimes it's horses. The person is shown like kind of you know, trying to rein back the horses. It shows the determination, but that is the energy of this card. It is about strength and determination. It's a bit more subtle in this particular deck, but it's getting through. It's getting through the shit, Cancer. You know, to keep it real with you, it feels like, you know, that is what's going to be needed of you at the moment. And just to know that that change of fortune and that transformation is there. The bottom of the deck energy is the 5 of Swords, which is victory, you know. So it shows that you will come out victorious at the end of this. And it's quite funny because I just did, who did I just do? Gemini. And Gemini actually had this energy surrounding them as well. And I said at the beginning that you could be dealing with a air sign, Libra, Gemini or Aquarius. I'm feeling a lot of Libra because of the Justice and the King of Swords, but it could be any air sign. It could be anyone, but there's a lot of air energy. So maybe there is a connection because this came out in their reading. But you will be victorious, okay? You will be victorious at the end of it. And a change of fortune is coming. So if you are facing or feeling that restriction, okay, what's on the cards is a wheel of fortune, a change of fortune, okay, a positive change of fortune. I feel as though I can confidently say that with the King of Swords here, and it doesn't feel as though this is, you know, you're going on a route that's going to be bad for you, or a route that's going to, you know, not give you what you need with these two cards sat here, you know. And you personally, that's you, your card. You just have to be strong and determined to get through it. It's transformation, all part of the process. It's what, you know, it keeps coming to me. It's all part of the process. Whatever it is, whenever this journey is here in the recent past, even if there is restriction or mental stress or challenge at the moment now, the change of fortune is there, and it's going to be a transformative change of fortune. Whatever the situation is, whether it's a relationship, a job loss, you know, I don't know your life like that, Cancer, but whatever's going on, what I'm picking up is, for some of you, or for someone in particular, there is a situation in your life that is about to transform you. And you may not even really realize that at the moment, because in the present I can see this restriction. So you might just be sitting there thinking, oh my gosh, what is all this drama, all this stress, all this hassle, all this restriction going on around me? You probably can't see or even believe that moving forward, you know, your advice and your outcome is transformation and law and order. You know, it will be fair. There will be a fair outcome for you. You'll be victorious. Okay. What's the message for Cancer? What's the message for Cancer, Sun, Moon and Rising? It's for you an angel card. There's a message for Cancer, Sun, Moon and Rising. Okay. This is too many, but this one fell out. And you've got be the true you. So it says, show the world who you really are and do what you were born to do. Well, Cancer, that is all about being victorious. You know, be true to you, show the world who you really are and do what you were born to do. So whatever the situation is, you're being urged to just move forward with it, go through this transformative process and be true to yourself. You know, be true to yourself, whatever it is that you want with the situation, person, place or thing. What's the message for Cancer? Okay, just had another one drop out. We've got nature. This is an interesting card. So you've got nature as your affirmation, and it says, sometimes all you need is to go outside, to breathe the fresh air, to remember who you are and what you want to be. Two very, very similar messages about being you, Cancer, being true to you and being you. So if these messages don't resonate with this here, this is a message for a Cancer out there to be yourself. Okay, be yourself. Go out in nature, take a breath of fresh air. Remember who you are and what it is you're meant to be. So if you're feeling as though you're being pushed to do something else, to be something else, to say something else, to act in a different way, to wear something else, whatever it is that you're being pushed to do, which may not be you, it may not be, you know, your authentic you, then I think there is a strong message here to remind you to stay true to you. Okay, so good luck, Cancer, whoever this message is for. Just looking to see if I get anything else. Lots of swords energy, lots of swords, lots of major arcana here. You've got two more major arcana here as your clarifier. So there's lots of experience here, lots of lesson learning, lots of different phases that it feels as though that you're going through. But they're major. These are major things. These are not day-to-day energies like these two. But the overall outcome, it looks, for this situation is victory. Victory for you and transformation, and just going through part of a process. Part of a process which I feel as though is bigger than you. It's just what the universe has for you at this particular moment in time. We're getting to the end of the year. We're wrapping things up now. We're wrapping up lessons. We're wrapping up karma. You know, go through this process, and hopefully by the time we get to the full moon in your sign in December, hopefully things will feel a lot better, or hopefully you will be feeling that victory energy around you, that fairness, that law and order, you know, that justice and things going your way. It could even be that some of you are, this is a legal issue for some of you, with all the swords energy, and particularly with justice here. Justice representing the legal system. This could be some kind of legal battle or some kind of legal process that you're going through. If it's not a relationship or a general work or life or love energy, it could be a legal issue. But whatever it is, the victory is there for you. And you, yourself, because that's you, that's your energy, you have to be strong and determined in the present, because there is a change of fortune for you in the present if you can be strong and determined to get through it as your clarifier. Oh, it feels good though. It feels good, but what I'm just picking up, it just feels like there's a lot to take in, a lot to do, a lot of steps, I just keep getting process, you know, part of the process. It feels like you're going through something, a process of some kind, you know, a transition of some kind. The energy I'm picking up. But good luck with it, Cancer. I think that's all I've got for you this month. Yeah, good luck with the situation, whoever the message is for. I hope, you know, if it's not for you, then it's not for you. If it fits, it fits. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So good luck whoever the message is for. I will see you in a few weeks for the new moon in Gemini reading, where I do the pick a card reading for everybody. So everybody can get something. So I'll see you soon. Okay, and good luck. Bye, Cancer. I'll see you soon.